So it's time to discuss the elephant in the room. We look at the Dallas Cowboys, we look at Micah Parsons and Trayvon Diggs. Is there a chance that they could be the next Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey? I heard that today and thought that was a little crazy, but let's dive into it. So I've been a little sick. Haven't been here the last couple days, and we haven't even done JE Lives at all, but I'm back, and I'm here to talk about this, and I think it's very important to talk about because, look, these are the two future faces in the league because they play for the Dallas Cowboys, of course. I mean, is there another team that is more polarizing than the Dallas Cowboys? You talk about, obviously, they're worth more than any team in the NFL, and anytime they get a rookie with any semblance of talent, of course, we're going to hear about it. Well, this is not to knock Micah Parsons at all, because Micah Parsons, believe it or not, is already that guy. He's not better than Aaron Donald, but he's already phenomenal. As a rookie, he blew up onto the scene. He was clearly the defensive rookie of the year, but he also got some run for defensive player of the year. A guy that can play inside linebacker or outside. I can understand Micah Parsons and that argument. However, Trayvon Diggs is nowhere near Jalen Ramsey, and he won't be anywhere near Jalen Ramsey until he learns not to give up 1,000 yards and a myriad of touchdowns on the year. Look, Trayvon Diggs is exciting. He's a guy that's in your face. He's a guy that makes plays on the ball and ultimately puts points on the board for the other team, as in his team. But here's the thing about Trayvon Diggs. He also loses that for what he gains. He loses that in the touchdowns and yards he gives up. Poor tackling, all of that. While he's built for the position and he can absolutely turn it around, he just simply doesn't play or think the way Jalen Ramsey does on a football field. I feel like Jalen Ramsey's mindset, Jalen Ramsey's football IQ and leadership is very, very underwhelmed here. It's not put out there enough, and I feel like he's become underrated in that sense. We all know he's the best cornerback, and that's not up for debate. But it's the fact that he does so much more than play cornerback. It's the fact that he is a leader, and it is the fact that he's incredibly intelligent on the football field. Now, these two being compared to Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey sounds crazy, but I will give them credit in the fact that if there are any two guys, defensive back and pass rusher, you'd have to imagine it's these two guys. Why? Not just because it's the Dallas Cowboys and I'm going to laugh at that. No, it's actually a good point. Micah Parsons looks like that next rookie that came out of nowhere or came out of nowhere like Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald fell in the draft. Parsons fell in the draft for whatever reason. So, like Aaron Donald, air quotes needed, Micah Parsons came out of nowhere, blew up on the scene. He's going to be a fun guy to watch throughout his career. And I kind of believe someday he could probably end up wearing horns, but that's neither here nor there. Trayvon Diggs, on the other hand, this is not the same guy. He's not a first-round talent. He does have issues in coverage. He does have issues tackling. He has issues that can be corrected, but he simply isn't the high football IQ guy that Jalen Ramsey is. No, he could not play the star position. He could not play the Where's Waldo role. He could not play linebacker, safety, corner. No, he is a guy that is going to get better, but how much better? I wouldn't call him better than Jair. I wouldn't call him better than Marlon Humphrey. I wouldn't call him better than Jalen Ramsey, and I don't think he's going to be better when it's all said and done than A.J. Terrell. I think he's very similar to you guys in the past. They've had a lot of interceptions, maybe most notably J.C. Jackson, just not as well refined as J.C. Jackson, but a guy that gets a lot of interceptions and still struggles in his own way. Now, can he improve? Yes. But is he going to be better than Jalen Ramsey? No. And that's where I disagree with the basic quote that they came out with. Basically, paraphrasing here, the whole premise was they asked Micah Parsons. Parsons came out and said he doesn't think they are better. He doesn't think that they are at that level, but he believes they can be better, and he believes they can at least get to that level. I don't have any issue with him saying that. I don't know what you want from the guy. I've seen a lot of Rams fans like, this guy's out of his mind. I'm like, what do you want? It's literally the Joe Flacco, Eli Manning effect. When you ask a quarterback, a franchise quarterback coming off a Super Bowl win, if he thinks he's an elite quarterback, do you think he's going to say no? Of course not. that's a loser's mentality. So I definitely understand from Parsons' side. The reason I felt like bringing it up is because it is something that has been passed around all over the place with media, especially in a slow moving period of the off season. So I figured I'd touch on it. But in conclusion, the reality is that Micah Parsons is way closer to being a superstar, transcendent, face of the franchise type of player than Trevon Diggs. And that's just the facts. Trevon Diggs, explosive player, fun to watch, obviously can be a pest with the ball in his hand. He can take it to the house. But is Trevon Diggs more refined? Is he technical? Is he really that high football IQ oriented like Ramsey? No. So for that reason, I don't know why this is considered a duo. I think the real thing could have been, is Micah Parsons going to be the next Aaron Donald in a sense where he is on another playing field? He's on another level compared to everyone. And this was actually the vibe I had coming out of college, because I saw a guy that could play linebacker inside and out, and I felt like his versatility was unmatched. And that's why, for me, I looked at him as edge rusher, but at the same time, I liked his ability to stop the run, I liked his ability in coverage, and I felt like he could play all over the field. So, Micah Parsons remains to be seen. Is he ever going to be Aaron Donald? Well, I don't think anybody's ever going to be Aaron Donald. But if you're looking at a guy that is going to be, potentially the face of the defensive side of the ball after Donald, you're looking at Micah Parsons. So, in conclusion, Dallas, you have yourself a hell of a player, Micah Parsons, and he deserves all the credit he got this year, and I'm excited to see his career. But let's pump the brakes a little bit before we start comparing him to Aaron Donald and Trevon Diggs, especially to Jalen Ramsey. That's all I got this time. You guys take care, and I'll see you guys soon. Later.